A breakthrough in the more than 20-year-long manhunt for one of America's most wanted, or at least the U.S. Marshals thought they might have a clue. John Ruffo, now 66 years old, convicted of a $350 million bank fraud scheme back in 1998, and then he disappeared. Well, this week, 23 years later, the U.S. Marshals Service thought they might have spotted him in a picture from a Dodgers game. Not the one from last night, but from 5 years ago. Here's the picture in question. Not exactly HD, but you can see who's been highlighted there. The man in the photo has now come forward, and the results are in. He is definitely not John Ruffo, which means 23 years into the case, the best lead Marshals have is a photo of a guy trying to enjoy the ball game and have a hot dog from 5 years ago. Let's bring in Bobby Chacon, retired FBI agent and instructor. Bobby, it's good to see you again. I guess my first question is, how in the world is somebody just going through a Dodgers game from 5 years ago?
Yeah, this is one of those leads you get on cases like this that, no stone gets overturned and, you have to kind of follow it out. But this was something where I believe his, his cousin in New Hampshire was watching the game. It must have been a nationally televised game. And saw this guy and literally froze the screen and sent the picture to the Marshals because the cousin of this fugitive actually thought it resembled his cousin close enough.
Wow.
And that started the lead. But that was 5 years ago, and it took them that long to track down who was sitting in that particular seat on that particular night.
How far ahead of authorities do you think he is?
Oh, he got, he's years ahead, obviously. He's been on the run for what, over 20 plus years. He's probably overseas. He got away with, estimates anywhere from $8 million to $13 million of the $350 million that he embezzled or that he, was subject to that fraud. So he's got millions of dollars to stay on the run, and that money goes much further overseas.
Ruffo's attorney was on Dan Abrams yesterday, and he said the guy didn't even look like him. Let's listen.
Doesn't look like him. He was much smaller in stature. I mean, unless he's been working out at the gym every day since he left in 1998, that's not him.
Am I surprised that this guy's been on the run for all these years and he has an attorney? What is he on retainer, or is he still paying him, or what, Bobby?
Yeah, it's hard to know, right? But he did have an attorney, and he pled guilty to like 160 counts of fraud, way back when in the 1990s. So he did have an attorney representing him. So, if this attorney is looking to, get back some publicity from the case, he'll reappear, on things like this when it happens. I don't know if he's still getting paid by the fugitive Ruffo, if he's overseas or what. But, look, you're looking for a short, balding man. I mean, you're looking for George Costanza, in effect, and he could be anywhere. It's going to be hard to find him.
So he was last seen, Bobby, at JFK. I'm wondering if this would have happened today. Do you think a judge would have let him go like he did and told him to show up at court at a certain day? You wonder now. And then he goes to JFK and presumably flies out of the country. Is this something that could have happened with the Brian Laundrie case?
Well, I don't think it would happen, in something like a murder case. I think that because I think white-collar criminals are still, a lot of judges still consider them nonviolent offenders, and they turn themselves in. So he was literally on his way to turn himself into jail for like a 17-year sentence or something. When someone's sentenced to jail for that long, I don't believe in self-surrender, because he's not going to go to a halfway house or something. He's going away for a long time, and people rethink their desire to spend that much time in jail. So I think that when he pled guilty, he should have stayed in custody and brought right to jail then. Instead, they let him out pending, the processing, and to turn himself in at the jail, which on a lengthy sentence like that, I don't think it's very advisable for a judge to do that.
10 seconds left, Bobby. Do they find this guy?
The Marshals are the best in the world at this. If anybody can do it, it's the U.S. Marshals.
All right, Bobby Chacon, it's always great to have you. Thanks for your time. Good to see you.
Thanks.